If this is your first time being poor, I'm Kiki Ruff, and I use depression, recession, and wartime recipes to make sure that we all stay fed. Because I don't know what's going on, but I do know that I don't like it. I want you to take a look at this and remember that your dinner does not have to be like a complete pretty meal for you to be getting the nutrition that you need. And at the end of the day, if you're not getting all your vitamins, but you are not going to bed hungry, you are doing the job right, okay? Peanut and chili sandwiches? What? Today we have the American Woman's Cookbook, originally published in 1938. This version is from 1941. Either way, not good times. As always, there will be pictures of these recipes that I show you today in my free e-cookbook, so let's get started. I got this for $5 at an estate. One thing I love about this book is they immediately go into a section on how to buy food and food values and meal planning. Remember that this was the heart of victory gardens and rationing, so I'm really interested in what the pros have to say. Ooh, so I'm gonna add a useful facts about food section for you guys too, because this has all the different cook times so you don't mess up what you're trying to cook, because there's nothing worse than having limited amounts of food and then messing up what you're cooking. I also know that I show a lot of frying recipes and there's some useful stuff in here about frying. Food values and meal planning. This has what to buy to build healthful menus. This section is great, especially if you have limited resources, because it talks you through the different vitamins that you're getting when you're ingesting different types of food. We're not gonna look at the calories section. That's not something we're focused on right now. Suggestions for the general plan of a day's meal. We have fruit, fresh, canned, dried, or stewed. So again, you guys, if you get a can of peaches from the food bank, that's great. There's your fruit for breakfast. Cocoa for the children. If a heartier meal is needed, add potatoes, adapting the method of cooking for the children. I don't know what that means, but I'm intrigued. Then we have lunch or supper, and it suggests an egg, cheese, or milk dish, bread and butter, meat or other flesh, or a cheese dish. Why did they have to say flesh? Ooh, we have a dinners without meat section, chilled fruit, stuffed tomatoes. See, it doesn't have to be a structured meal for you to be getting a hearty meal. The goal is dense and edible and making sure you don't go to bed hungry, okay? Wedding menu. See, this for a wedding menu is even suggesting olives, wafers, creamed cornbread, and ramekins. That's what they had access to, so it's okay if that's all you have access to. Because history repeats itself, doesn't it? Oh. The school lunch? No, milk appears in some form in each lunch. We're not doing that, sorry. I'll show you guys in the extended cut. I'm just gonna hold this up again like an Animal Crossing villager, but it teaches you how to set the table. And I know that that's like a dying art. My grandmother-in-law is 98 and she was very displeased when I set the table for the first time. I just love a handwritten recipe surprise. Honestly, the biggest cost cutter in our household is when I make baked goods from scratch. The inflated price of bread is really just you paying for the cost of convenience. So I'm gonna show you some different bread recipes. Ooh, and the photos in here. Especially Quickbreads. I don't know if you're familiar with the term, but usually with Quickbreads, you don't have to let it rise. That's my understanding of it. If someone has a better understanding, please let me know. We've got pancakes from Sour Milk here. Here's a recipe for pancakes made out of breadcrumbs, and I'll cut this into the video so you guys can take a look, but very innovative way for you to reuse old bread and have something a little bit different than what you're constantly consuming again and again, because it's all you have access to. Ooh, underrated. Potato pancake, very filling. I don't know why we associate potatoes mostly with lunch and dinner. Well, now there's hash browns. Potato pancake, try it out. So this is a super simple and versatile muffin recipe because you're not actually flavoring it with anything specified. You can throw in blueberries, chocolate chips. Just make sure whatever you're putting in isn't adding to the liquid of it because it'll affect how the muffins bake. Oh, get in here. We've got rice and cornmeal muffins. So again, another innovative approach to make something a little bit different with what's within your means. My husband makes our own cornmeal, and all you have to do is get dried kernels and grate them up, and it's eliminating a lot of, again, the cost of convenience. Whew. Baking powder biscuit. Oh, okay, another easy one, scones. I love a good scone. However, I don't love paying $7 to $12 for a scone anytime I visit the city, right? So making them at home, huge cost cutter. And honestly, like, how often do you get to have a scone for breakfast? It's very simple and it just makes me feel a little elegant, you know? Sandwich breads. I'm gonna add some sandwich breads in here too because I do see a variable cost of bread being like $5 a loaf all the way to $12 a loaf depending on where you live, and that's ridiculous. Oh my God. I'm like always tickled pink when I see these because I'm like, that's the best you could do. I'll include these too. These are like very unique sandwich recipes. I'm looking at like cheese and anchovy, cheese and banana, a lot bolder than I would go, but if someone would like to, you know, cue me in on what that's about. Russian sandwiches. These cheese combinations are kind of crazy. Cheese and orange marmalade sandwiches, cheese and onion, chicken liver sandwiches, not something that I would again go for, but if all I have is chicken liver, yeah, we'll get that in there for you guys. I also never understood the celery and sandwiches hype. I just, Okay, we're going off script here a little bit. We're looking at tongue and tomato sandwiches, which I'm curious how many people had to eat tongue or sought eating tongue. Like, was it a hot commodity? Was it something that like you're at the bottom of the barrel eating? I don't know. We don't shame in my kitchen. Crab or lobster sandwiches? Who are you kidding? Ooh, so we've also got radish and ham. Just some like really weird flavor. I'm kind of curious. Okay, we only got through B, breads. However, I would love to hear if there's anything that you saw that you would like me to cook or try cooking, or if there's another like recipe genre you'd like me to go through, because this feels like a holy grail to me. I feel so blessed. Only $5. She's a little mildewy, but we're gonna make it work. I'm not gonna give up on you, okay, little bud? Okay, please remember to eat, and also, I love you. Oh my God, you guys are so good to me.